when I allow myself to spread my wings in the darkest of times. But the beautiful thing is that releasing that is part of following your greatest joy. Horrible, by the way, this is not a good idea, this is never working out. You can really not say it too often. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. It feels so intense. Hey there, welcome to day 4. As you probably know when you have watched the other videos, I have decided that I commit myself to a 30-day challenge. That means every day I create and upload one YouTube video for the next 30 days. And this is day 4. So, welcome. Today I have an interesting day today, because what I've noticed within my body today is more resistance than not today. And this is why this is also the theme for that video, because it's just so present today. And I have received so many beautiful ideas and impulses in regards to my unfoldings and my desires, and which are, by the way, so beautiful to me. And at the same time, somehow today my body really needed to catch up. My body really needed more attention. I needed to be even more aware of everything that is happening within me. And my body just needed more attention today, to have the opportunity to release. And that's what I noticed very, very intensely today. And the thing about resistance is, the beautiful thing about resistance is, it's such a beautiful illusion. I mean, it feels so real in the body, and to the body it is, but it actually is not real at all. And the funny thing to me is, you know, I had several moments where I just needed to stop. I just needed to stop and close my eyes and release everything into the blackness until my body felt different than before, so I could go on. Because there was so much kind of fear coming up because of all the ideas, the impulse, all the steps that I'm taking now, that my body was kind of overwhelmed today. And I was kind of experiencing my body being aroused and being kind of in survival mode because of all the things that are going on, which I actually think that I love to do. But then again, the things came up that are in my energy field that are unworthiness, being not enough, being not good enough, being afraid of not being good enough, being afraid of, I don't know, whatever, anything. And I realized, and it feels so, maybe you know what I'm talking about. It feels so intense that when that it feels almost like this could never actually go away, which is part of the voice that I needed to release, that we need to release in those moments, right? And it actually feels like unbearable. It feels like this can never work out, or even the body feels like I don't even know how to ever feel better again. And the beautiful thing about it is, if you're just persistent enough and just not do it anyway, you notice the resistance, and you notice when to stop, and you kind of respect that belief system, and you respect your body, and you give your body the time, and you are persistent enough, not choosing that any longer, releasing until, even if it takes the whole freaking day, there comes this moment. And that's what I've experienced again today. There comes this moment very, even more quickly than you might think, where suddenly, if you're persistent enough, where suddenly the energy just releases, and it's like poof, and one moment to the next, it's just gone. It's just gone. And where you before watched through the lens of that fear, onto your desires, which made them all horrible, by the way, and this is not a good idea, this is never working out. Suddenly that's just gone, it's just released. The voice inside your head is suddenly quiet, and you just relax in the present moment, and everything you look at now is just beautiful again. And you feel where you maybe a moment ago felt like everything is just falling apart and you don't know how and nothing makes sense, and the next moment, boom, the energy releases and the body is free again. And this is, I needed to share this because every time this happens to me, I'm in awe, because those illusions, they seem so real when they truly not. And every time I just go just a little further into the unknown, just a little further, and it goes like this, and suddenly the body is lifted, consciousness is rising, the emotion is gone, and everything you look at now, you have a different perspective. You think differently. You are actually now able to receive different thoughts again. And to me, that's just such a beautiful experience, because, as I said, when you're in those emotions, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? Especially when you're walking the path of conscious awakening. When you're in those emotions, it can feel so real, like it's the only thing that is real, and you wonder where all the beauty is, where all the magic has went. And then when you're just persistent enough and you just work with your body and you just decide to not follow for that voices, for those emotions any longer, and you just decide again and again and release and release and release, and then just like that you free your body. And you will feel that in every cell. And this can really go from one moment to the next. If you just take the time, I experience this all the time when that happens, when you just take the time and you're not linger too long in that energy, kind of being like more down than not, but you just take action towards releasing it, persistent enough, and you empower yourself so much. And to the same degree you felt that fear and in that direction, and that maybe frustration and all that comes along with that, you feel the empowerment to the same degree in the other direction. And this is such a beautiful experience. And I brought something today. Today I don't have a song, but I have something. I have something from another painting of mine, which I want to share with you, because I think it's really fitting into exactly that theme. And this painting is called Angelic Wings, and I cannot wait to share with you all my paintings. This is all in the process, and I cannot wait for you to see those paintings, and that I just share more about that, because I'm really so passionate about that. I have this vision in my mind about my paintings, about this combination of singing and speaking, which I love to do and which I'm doing for quite some time now, but I've never really shared it in that way, and I want to change that. And if you haven't watched the last videos, at the end of those videos I sing a little song, and those songs are kind of the intentions of certain paintings. And this one I have here is an intention too, but I haven't put it into melody yet. I might do, but I'm speaking it, and I love to speak it. And it's called Angelic Wings. And maybe I can manage to even blend a painting in. Maybe I'm going to do that. We'll see. But soon I'm going to put a lot of stuff on my Instagram account, which is called, by the way, then divinearts.love. I've just called it in Germany, divinearts.love, you would say in Germany. So I love this intention. This is like a poem, and this fits so much to the illusion of darkness, so to say. And If you want to, you can close your eyes and you just allow the words to spread into your heart. Angelic wings. When I allow myself to spread my wings in the darkest of times, I will only realize I am, without a doubt, guided through it all. I made sure of that before I came here. When I allow myself to spread my wings, even in the darkest of times, I will see it is all me. The darkness, an illusion. The light is my home. I am here by choice. When I allow myself to spread my wings in the darkest of times, I remember what I'm here for. I remember what is mine. And this is just so true. The thing about the darkness is, the thing about those voices, they tell you exactly the opposite to keep you trapped, because they kind of course, encourage you. They don't do it like on purpose, like it's some own entity that's trying to trap you there, but they have their own reinforcing mechanism, and they tell you the exact opposite. They tell you you cannot spread your wings now. Are you crazy? But the beautiful truth is when you do, you will see what is true. And I have experienced that this is true 100% of the time. If I'm just persistent enough, and if I just do not give up on myself, and sometimes it takes maybe a little bit more effort, but you when you're walking the path of conscious awakening, then you know nothing makes sense nothing makes sense to take action on when you're not in alignment and when you feel that your body is aroused. And that is part of the journey as well. Not just taking the action towards your desires, but to recognize when you come to certain limits that you have to release first. And that is part of the beautiful game too. It's part of the journey as well. And when we approach it like that, this ride becomes joyful, and even releasing can become joyful, because suddenly, that's what I experience, you're above that. Even if that comes up, you're not kind of drowning in it, because you are the awareness, you are the consciousness that is observing it, and you're just observing, whoa, there is something coming up in my body. And the more detached you are from your identity, the more detached you are from emotions, from thoughts in your mind, the easier it becomes to just see it as your physical apparatus, so to say, your body, your instrument of consciousness just needs a little release before you go any further into that direction. But the beautiful thing is that releasing that is part of following your greatest joy. When we have emotions that come up, it can often feels like, now I have to kind of take care of that, so I cannot follow my desires. This is on hold now. But that's not true, because this is part of the journey. This is part of it, and it belongs to it. And if we see it like that, we work with our bodies in alignment, and we work not against our body, and we detach more and more. The more we release, the more we go through resistance like that and releasing it, the more empowered we become, and the more detached we become from thoughts and emotions. And the easier it becomes to stay the observer, even when you're sitting in the fire. Because when you're the observer, then it's easier to sit in the fire, because you not just mentally know that you're not that voice, you feel it. You don't feel like this is you talking. You kind of just respect that this is happening in your body right now, but your consciousness is expanded. Your focus is kind of outside of your body, around your body, and you feel like this is going on in your body, but this is not you, and you can literally feel that and experience it that way. And this makes it so much easier, of course, to release it versus when you're drowning in it because you're kind of on different levels believing that this is you and those voices are to some degree right. Then this feels a lot more intense. And when you allow yourself to spread your wings, even in the darkest of times, then you will see. You will see. As I said, I cannot wait to share more with you about my paintings and about all the stuff that I'm actually doing and loving to do. All those poems that I wrote and that I'm writing, and all those songs that are coming forth. And for now, I wish you the most beautiful time, and I see you tomorrow for day 5 of this challenge. And remember, I just want to encourage you to remind yourself that you are worthy. Again and again. You cannot say it. You can really not say it too often. You are worthy of your own sound. You are. You are worthy of your own voice. And you are worthy of your own truth. You are worthy now. We all are. Have a beautiful time, gorgeous soul. See you tomorrow. Bye.